दूसरी माँ तुम्हारी जमीन। और भाग को छोड़कर कौन भागता है?
And the award goes to Mr. Fawad.
At the bottom. Now, just to remind you that the Kings have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. Correction, they've elected to bowl first in this environment. So Mickey Arthur's alongside me now. Right, Mickey, let's just start talking about Sri Lankan cricket. Now, this tournament's been... Okay, back. Just a reminder of the points table. The jaffna 8 points right at the top, and Colombo Kings have got 4. The Bulla Viking, after their performance yesterday, are at number 6, so that's a good performance of them getting up to number 2. But they do have the games in hand, those top 2 sides, and the Kings will match that with 4 games today. And then the Tuskers and the Gaul Gladiators, unfortunately, are at the bottom. Now, just to remind you that the Kings have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. Correction, they've elected to bowl first in this environment. So Mickey Arthur's alongside me now. Right, Mickey, let's just start talking about Sri Lankan cricket. Now, this tournament's been terrific so far, but I just want you to tell us what you were involved with before this tournament got underway.
Yeah, before this tournament got underway, Hayes, because we hadn't played a massive amount of cricket, we kind of prepared through lockdown, the guys ready, because we've got some big test series coming. Skills are where we need them to be.
And you've been on board with us as a commentator, but you've been very out of the players and on the place. Yeah. Is the players to
role clarity, talking them through some really good performances that I've seen, speaking to them about expectations, and then just getting everything around our squad 100%. So we, when this wonderful tournament finishes, to go to South Africa to hard international.
Talk about South Africa. That was a magnificent tour last time. Series 2 zip. There's the schedule in South Africa and also England at the bottom. But let's just Centurion, a Supersport Park. That's the box. Johannesburg. So those 2 pitches.
And Wanderers is probably the 2 quickest, bounciest wickets in South Africa. And from what happened on the last tour, we have to be realistic. We know what they're going to prepare. We know how they're going to challenge us. We know how they're going to attack us. We've got our plans in place for that.
Are you sensing there's a bit of a soft underbelly at the moment with South African cricket?
Yeah, look, I think that perhaps there's a slight shortage in confidence. I think it possibly is a good time to play South Africa. Although South Africa are a very proud cricket nation, we both know that, Hayes. They will still be smarting from that defeat a couple of years ago. They're going to come back hard against us.
Right, a couple of key players that you want to see get up and really make a difference in South Africa?
Well, I think the key for us is we're very, very well led by Dimuth Karunaratne. He's not in this tournament, unfortunately. He's working very hard back in Colombo with our coaches. If he plays well, he leads the team so well. The guys buy into him. He's just a born leader. They follow him. And then our pace attack is obviously going to be key for us. Kusal Mendes in the middle with the bat. We're going to have to get enough runs, but our pace attack is going to be Suranga Lakmal, Kumara, Chamira, Vishy Fernando, Kassim Radita. 100% right. He leads our bowling attack. He leads our seam bowling attack. David Saker has called him the Asian Jimmy Anderson. He didn't leave the top of that He cautions every ball, and that's exactly where we have to be.
And what I saw from him, his pace was good.
Young bowling group, he's important. The likes of Lahiru Kumara, Dushmanta Chamira, Vishy Fernando, Kasan Rudita, Sita Fernando. They follow and they listen to what Saranga Lakmal says. And he doesn't only lead with a voice. He leads as well in actions. The way he prepares, the way he trains. He's just a perfect example.
Okay, you spoke about Kusal Mendes. I mean, he's someone who is 25 years of age, but he's a wonderful cricketer. I mean, there's no doubt, and I've watched him for a couple of years now. I'm of the feeling that he's just got to lift a little bit, and he's one of those guys that needs to just sort of take on the South African lineup a bit.
He's a wonderful player, and I've said numerous times, the way he picks length so early, the positions he makes as a batsman, he's classical. There's everything in him is so good. We need to get those numbers up. He's realistic. He knows it. He plays all around the wicket, plays off the front foot, plays off the back foot, but he should be averaging in the 40s in all competitions. He's that good. It's for us as coaches the challenge to get him there.
Now, as a former coach of South Africa, knowing the conditions there very well, I mean, what sort of a difference does that make, knowing the local knowledge for your team?
Oh, look, I think that will play a slight role. We still got to go there though and play very good cricket. We're taking 22 players. It's a big squad. We're taking 22 players because we want to cover all bases, particularly having to come back and to play England and Gaul straight after. So we had to cover all bases with our squad. I know what to expect. It's going to be tough in South Africa. I know our boys are going to be up for that though.
Right, Mickey, that's terrific. Thanks very much for your views. Of course, that's going to be a wonderful tour to watch. I'm sure the entire country, also all Sri Lankans, are going to be behind it, and we wish you all the best for that. It's going to be wonderful to see and a nice little clash, that's for sure. Okay, time for us to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be joining the live action.
फौरन से पहले पहुंच जाती है, इसीलिए मैं घर पैसे सिर्फ एलाइड एक्सप्रेस सर्विस से भेजता हूं, और एलाइड एक्सप्रेस +1 टर्म डिपॉजिट से बेहतरीन मुनाफा भी।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलें, अब मैच देखते हैं।
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
Jazz, दुनिया को बता दो।
हर मील पे सिंगल डील, ये तो ट्रबल है। अब क्या ट्रबल है? फूड पैटा पे सब डबल है। अरे फिर से सिंगल? डबल है। भाईजान, बबल है। डबल है। फूड पैटा डबल डील, घर का खाना मंगवाओ या रेस्टोरेंट से खाओ। अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो और डबल डील पाओ।
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे।
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
फास्ट केबल से जगमगाए हर खेल का मैदान, परफॉर्मेंस शानदार, रियल क्वालिटी की पहचान, तारों से सितारों तक। फास्ट केबल्स,
पूरी की पूरी रकम फौरन से पहले पहुंच जाती है, इसीलिए मैं घर पैसे सिर्फ एलाइड एक्सप्रेस सर्विस से भेजता हूं, और एलाइड एक्सप्रेस +1 टर्म डिपॉजिट से बेहतरीन मुनाफा भी।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलें, अब मैच देखते हैं।
एक चॉकलेट अम्मी के लिए।
आपका चेंज।
हैप्पी बर्थडे अम्मी।
अच्छा, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
Jazz, दुनिया को बता दो।
तवानाई से भरपूर मजेदार दूध रूह अफ़ज़ा 225 मिलीलीटर टेट्रा पैक में दस्तयाब है।
लो, सूख गए दाग, अब कोई नहीं निकाल सकता।
जो कोई नहीं कर सकता वही तो चैंपियन करता है। नया बेहतर सर्फ एक्सेल, इसकी स्टेन लिफ्टर टेक्नोलॉजी कपड़ों की तह में जाके सख्त सूखे दाग भी खींच निकाले। नया सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों का चैंपियन। सर्फ का 10 अब दे 10% ज्यादा पाउडर। चेहरे का मुकम्मल ब्यूटी सोल्यूशन।
फेस फ्रेश ब्यूटी फेस वॉश।
जो फेस फ्रेश वही ब्यूटीफुल। फेस फ्रेश
20% off on Jazz Weekly Super Plus. अब सिर्फ 240 रुपए में। मिलाओ *505 हैश। दुनिया को बता दो।
Lanka Premiur League 2020. Win together.
Jaffna Stallions are cruising at the halfway stage. They have stunned opponents with the firepower of Tesoro Pereira and Avisca Fernando. The pace of Usman Shinwari and the gall of Wanindu Hasaranga. One more win and the semi-final spot is assured. But now they're up against a tough opponent. The Colombo Kings are fielding a star-studded lineup. And after a loss to Dambulla Viking, they'll be looking to bounce back in style.
Well, it's a very game, and with Colombo Kings determined to try and turn tables on the Jaffna Stallion. Record, they've struggled a little bit every time they've batted first, and chasing has been their forte. It's interesting to see how they will cope with the Colombo Kings bowling, and the two umpires just going through the formalities of what do you reckon?
Good contest on our hands, and I say that because Colombo Kings went down in their last match against Dambulla Viking, had a run chase and fell for 147. They were bowled out. So not surprisingly, they've opted for Daniel Bell Drummond as one of the two changes here. 4 changes for the Jaffna Stallions too.